by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Lobos!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the offense onto the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap. It's Bannister. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And, coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Tosses to the quarterback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. On the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
They went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? A 1st down for the offense. He's right on target.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're bringing heat. It's complete to the right. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Suarez. Trying to... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a solid return. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Line gets set, first down. It's a flea flicker. Coming after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man quickly.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Bully ball on third and short. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. You understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
The give out of the gun. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He's going to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the two-point try. Snap in the shotgun. So close to a touchdown, but just out of bounds on the left sideline in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Power football with the run. Oh, he dropped it! Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the... They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air, it's Suarez. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Get it out on the screen. Shakes off the tackler. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Lobos are flying down the field. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Catch in the middle, it's Jefferson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Lobos decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the quarterback. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Hand off from the shotgun. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Off the play fake. He fires to the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Running back searching for a hole. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Snags it. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Suarez. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling plays.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And now they've moved into the red zone. Quick release by the QB. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He wants to throw it. He makes a grab. crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
And the Lobos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Tosses it back. Looking deep. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And talking to the offensive coordinator before the game, he said, Jesse, I'm going to be aggressive, and they were aggressive right there. Flea flicker, trying to make the big play down the field, trying to create some momentum for this offense.
Well, the problem is sometimes with flea flickers is that if the primary target's not open, then there's nowhere to go with the football, and I think that's what happened on that one.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How will they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The aerial assault continues. He slings it deep to the left. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll try to run for it. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Fires left. Got it! And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He's looking to pass. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to...
Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play. The taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route, and the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with this receiver.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Lobos want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Suarez. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Smith.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's looking deep. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Chris, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
First down for the offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Lobos want to pick up the tempo. They're going to ride this running back.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man, it's Suarez. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Going for 6. Into the house. Touchdown, New Mexico. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And stampeding through the defense. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Using his legs, it's Madison.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. He's got it. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. Barrels ahead. Slams into the line and through for a touchdown. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Looking to pass, it's Suarez. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And back to the air on second down. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes his connection. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
They'll throw it on first down. A little screen to the running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
First down for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the ground, he's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Quickly complete. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks one deep, and he makes the catch inside the 15.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Lobos.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they thought about a return, then... They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. say bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
2nd and short now after that completion. Quickly to the tight end. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the air, it's Suarez. Finds a spot in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
At the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, New Mexico.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll set up to throw. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, New Mexico. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. They stop the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it